So we were reading in Luke about Zacchaeus. And, Zacchaeus comes down, and Jesus obviously shows favor to him, so he repents. And then the people are really upset and grumbling. And Jesus says to the people, salvation has come to him because he too is a child of Abraham. And we were kind of struck with those words, because everywhere else in the Gospels, it seems that Jesus always says, salvation has come to you because of your great faith. But here he says, because you're a child of Abraham. And we really didn't understand that.
Well, okay. First of all, I don't think he's saying simply that being a child of Abraham predicts for salvation, since even Caiaphas and Judas Iscariot were children of Abraham in that sense. I think he's saying there is a true kind of child of Abraham who has the spirit of Abraham, who has the faith of Abraham. And like Paul would say later on in Galatians, only those who have the faith of Abraham are the children of Abraham. But Jesus said in John chapter 8, when he's talking to the Jews, he says, I know you're descendants of Abraham, but you're not really Abraham's children, or else you would do the works of Abraham, by which he means they would be open to the Word of God as Jesus was presenting it. And so I think that when he says, for he too is a child of Abraham, he's probably saying he's one who's a true Abrahamic son, just like he said about Nathanael when he first saw Nathanael in John chapter 1. He said, here comes an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile. Now, there's no question in anyone's mind whether Nathanael or anyone else within earshot of Jesus was an Israelite. But he said specifically of Nathanael, he's an Israelite indeed, which is obviously contrasting with those who might be just Israelites in some other sense, in name only. And I think that what he's probably saying about Zacchaeus is he too is a son of Abraham. He is a son of Abraham in the true sense of the word, of a believer. Now, there's another possibility. Since I believe, I'm not looking at the passage, I think Jesus said he too is a son of Abraham. Didn't he say that?
It might be. I'm also talking off the top of my head. I couldn't find it.
Yes, he does say that. He says that he too is a son of Abraham. And the reference to he too, or also, might be suggesting that because he was a tax collector and an outcast from society, the other citizens who despised him, who were also, they were children of Abraham too, ethnically, they did not regard him to be qualified to be, a true Israelite, a true son of Abraham, because he had, defected to the other side, to the dark side, and was taking taxes from the Jews and giving them to the pagan Romans. And so it may well be that they had viewed him as not really qualified to be regarded as a child of Abraham because of his career choice, which was offensive. And Jesus may be saying, well, nonetheless, regardless of his career choice, he's a child of Abraham as much as you are. He too is one. And that might be what he's saying. So it could go either way. But I think that in either case, I believe that Jesus reserves the commendation of someone as an Israelite indeed, or a true son of Abraham, or something like that, as he reserves that for believers, that they are the true Israel. They're the true children of Abraham. So I don't think he's saying his sins are forgiven because he's a son of Abraham, because actually, or salvation has come to this house because he's a son of Abraham, because everybody that was listening to Jesus was also a child of Abraham. So he's either saying he also needs to be recognized, like yourselves, as a child of Abraham, and not excluded as if he's some kind of a Gentile, or else Jesus is saying he's a child of Abraham in a sense that the rest of you may not even be, in the sense that he's a believer like Abraham was.